Hello guys, welcome back to the next tutorial. In this one, we're going to continue talking about more built-in string methods that's available for us by Python, and we can utilize them in our programs for string manipulations and all those things. So let's open PyCharm and let's quickly take a look. So I have one more file called stringmethods2.py, and I modified the edit configuration. So basically what I'm doing is right now I'm just using the string configuration. I'm just changing the file. So now I'm using the same configuration for string methods too. So I don't have to create multiple configurations here. I don't want to bulk this up. So just click OK. And now let's work on the new program. So what I wanted to first take a look is how do we replace something in string. So let's say I have a string called, let's take an easy example. So let's say one ABC, two ABC, and maybe 3 ABC and 4 ABC. So a lot of things, right? So let's say what if I wanted to replace some pattern, like let's say I want to replace ABC with something else. Really? So what we can do is we can actually say let's print that out. So a dot replace. So there's the method available which says self. You don't need to worry about it. Old, new, and count. So what we're gonna do is old is the existing pattern of string that we want to replace. So I'm gonna say I want to replace ABC, and the second thing is with what I wanted to replace it with. So let's replace it with maybe a capital ABC. Maybe that's easy. That's easy, and we can leave the count. It's optional, but I'm gonna explain that as well. So let's do that. Let's print this out, run this code, and now it says 1 caps ABC, 2 caps ABC, 3 caps ABC, and 4 caps ABC. So what we just did is we replaced small or the lowercase ABC with the block case ABC. Second thing we wanted to do is let's try this out. So let's use this count thing, right? It has a count. So how we're gonna use that is what it does is it actually replaces the number of instances that we want to replace. So let's say if I give it 1 here, only 1, and I run the code, so it just replaced the first instance and the rest of them are still the same, right? Because I just provided the count as 1. So let's provide 2 here and let's run the code, and it replaced the first 2 instances. So basically whatever the count we give here, it's just going to replace those number of instances from the string, and if we don't give anything, it's just going to replace everything. That's it, right? So that's how the replace works. So let's put a comment here and replace method. So these are all built-in methods, right? So I can just say it's not pin. So now let's take a look at some other ones. So let's take a look at some substring methods. What if I wanted to take a string out of the string, basically a substring out of the string, and then use it? So it's pretty easy in Python. It's really very easy in Python. So let's say I already have this string called a. So I'm gonna define a variable called sub, and I'm gonna say a and brackets. And how do we access characters? If you guys remember, right? We can just put the index 1, then it's gonna give me 1, right? So if you understand that, sorry, I just put it I here, not 1, so 1. So if you understand here, sub right now is also a substring, right? Because it has a character from the string, right? So it's exactly saying as a substring. So right now at the first index, it found a because a is at the first index, and it printed out a, right? So that's what is happening. So this was the easiest one. So but let's take a look at a little complex. Nothing is complex. It's very easy in Python. So let's take a look at it. So what if I wanted to take multiple characters? So what I can do is I can say 1 colon and maybe 6, and then I can just run the code. So if you guys notice what happened, so it started from the first index, which is 0 is 1, a is the first index, a, and it went to a, b, c, to a. So what's happening? Can you see? A is the first one, b is second one, c is the third one, 2 is the fourth one, a is the fifth one, and it stopped here. Why not 6? So guys, the first one is inclusive. So starting index is inclusive, cool, and ending index is exclusive. So this is important to remember because you need to know what you are taking out of a string. So this index is not inclusive. So it starts from first index and it goes till 6 but does not include 6. So that's how the substring works. There's one very special thing about substring. So we can actually choose the step as well. So let's see what do I mean by steps. So right now if you see, when we have given 6 here, it's just getting everything from A to A again, right? So what if I want some alternative ones? So the default step is 1. So this is the default step actually. When we give like that, it's just gonna work exactly the same way. It's still gonna show me exactly the same thing. So you know what, instead of this, I'm just gonna say one more variable and I'm gonna say A126, and now I'm gonna give step so you guys can compare it. So print and step. So right now I'm using the step. So let's run the code again. So right now they both prints the same thing, ABC 2A. So now let's change the step. Let's change it to 2 and let's run the code again. What happens here? So it prints ACA. So what happens guys is that it takes A and then it skips 1. Now the step is 2, it's not 1. So it takes C and then skips 2, this character, and it takes A. So the step, what it does is it works in steps, the number of steps it takes, and it skips the characters in between and then picks up the another one. So I can give 3 here. So if I give 3 here, it's gonna again change further. So now it picks A, then it skips B, C, and then it picks 2, and then afterwards it has to skip A because the step is 3, and we have not included anything after index 5, basically from 6, so it does not print anything. So it just printed out A2 here, right? So that's how the step works, guys. So that's what I wanted to show you in this tutorial. So there are a lot of built-in methods in Python like that. So I would just say download this file, refer for your practice, and practice a lot. Just kind of initialize some string, perform some operations, put some negative indexes, and try to replace some weird pattern or something. You have any questions, just get back to me with them and I'll be very happy to help you with those things. So as always guys, the only mantra to success is practice. Just practice a lot and stay tuned for the next lectures. Thanks for attending this one, guys.